What's up? Your boy Carcino here, and let's get into it on the Screen Fiend account. Let's talk about the Oscars. I'm pissed off they didn't have any tribute to Kobe Bryant. I thought I would see a tribute to Kobe Bryant. I mean, Kobe just won an Oscar, and he wasn't even in the memoriam. I didn't see it. I had to go back and watch it. Then Luke Perry, who's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He's in that movie. That's his last movie. He's nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, all these damn nominations, and you forget Luke Perry in the memorial? It's kind of crazy. And the kid that was in Grown Ups, who played Adam Sandler's son, they forgot him too. But needless to say, was I satisfied with this Oscars? No. I was not satisfied with this Oscars whatsoever. I'm doing all right. Still a little under the weather, but I was not satisfied. And I'm going to tell you why. This was the political correct Oscars. Anything politically correct, they just wanted to make sure they took care and crossed out. They weren't trying to pick who was the best and nothing. They started off with Brad Pitt, first award, Best Supporting Male Actor. Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Brad Pitt, out of all those nominations, Al Pacino, all these guys, Brad Pitt. I could have busted a blood vessel when they said Brad Pitt. They wanted to give Brad Pitt an Oscar so bad just because they love Brad Pitt. Nothing about what he did in that movie was worth an Oscar nomination. You said Aisha Hall. You said your cousin was on there this morning? I'll check it out when I get home. Joaquin Phoenix won because they owed him. He should have won for The Master. They didn't give it to him for The Master. So the Joker performance, definitely you can give it to him anytime he acts. Then Laura Dern gets it she wins the Best Supporting Actress for the Marriage Story. The Marriage Story? For real? probably 15 to 20 minutes. She was in it. I'm like, you could microwave popcorn fast enough for Laura Dern being in the movie. How the hell you get an Oscar for being in a movie? This is like the Anne Hathaway giveaway. She was barely in the movie. Now, granted, Hollywood loves Brad Pitt. He does do a lot of philanthropy work and produce a lot of films for black films to come out. So they love him for it, and they want to take care of him. The best animated short, The Hair Love, the black guy from Chicago and his girl, and then, you know, they wanted to make sure they get some black people some love, because they only nominated one black person this year. So let's make sure that somebody black in some categories wins something. Hair Love wasn't the best animated short, but they gave it to him because they wanted to be politically correct. And I'm happy for the brother. He's from Chicago. But truth is truth. It wasn't the best short. It wasn't the best animated short. It just went along with the politicalness that's going on with the hair, the braids, and all these other things. So they actually had the kid from Texas who had to cut his hair, or he couldn't graduate. All kind of nonsense. So on that note, things was crazy. Best part of the night, Shia LaBeouf comes out with his co-star from The Peanut Butter and the Falcon, and his co-star has Down syndrome and is a friend of his. And since they started this path they were on together, they still been friends even after the movie was over. And Shia LaBeouf said this is the guy who really changed his life. He wasn't just saying that, you know, just to promote the film. So when the guy was out there presenting an Oscar, you know, he needs help. He has Down syndrome, and he's trying to assist him because he wanted him there for this moment. And he's helping him. People made on Twitter, they just couldn't wait to bash something. Tried to say he was a little insensitive, trying to cancel him and all this stuff without knowing the facts. And he was trying to help him and be there for his friend and assist him. I too enjoy films, yeah. Yeah, but that was disrespectful. He was just being there for the kid. I mean, not the kid, but he's, you know, he's a grown person, but he has Down syndrome. And he needed assistance. You know, he was there for him. And what was a beautiful moment, people tried to mar it and make it something that it wasn't. And that was just sad. That just shows how pathetic people are. And they just can't wait to get to Twitter. Sabotage things. So that was that. Eminem showing up. They started talking about all the songs from the past and how music had such a big impact in movies. And they showed how music was doing all these great films. And then they ended with Eminem and 8 Mile. And you're like, huh? The audience reaction, that's why my Instagram video is doing what it's doing. Because I took the video immediately. I mean, look at the people's face. They're not shocked like, wow, this is a great thing. Eminem's here. They're like, what the hell is Eminem doing here? Because normally people who perform at the Oscars, they got songs that are nominated that year. That are getting ready to be nominated for the best song of the year. That's how it's supposed to work. You know, he won an Oscar for the song 17 years ago. But, like, why is he here? Like, it made no sense. It just totally confused the audience. Well, congratulations on your test tomorrow. And then Parasite won like all the Oscars. They said, you know what? We're not even going to go through the controversy. Parasite wins everything. South Korea's first time winning an Oscar, and they won like all of them. And the winner is Parasite. Parasite wins best movie. Parasite, to me, wasn't the best film. Ford versus Ferrari was the best out of all the categories that they had. Farewell was the best movie, and it didn't even get nominated. Farewell was the best movie I seen in 2019, and it didn't even get nominated. Second was Ford and Ferrari. So that's just where I'm at with it. Overall, I felt that the jokes were kind of bland. They just need to, either you're going to have an awards or you're not. If somebody ain't going to like it, too bad. Josh Gad did well. Oh, you're welcome. My mom right now is blowing me up because she's right there. She's chilling in D.C. right now with Nancy Pelosi. So she's blowing up my phone right now. So she is happy as can be. Hey. So thank you guys again, man. I'm gonna roll out. I gotta go ahead and feed y'all on the Patreon. I do got the new stuff up with Dr. Bus, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff coming. Definitely for February. We finna blow February up.